My wife packed her bags and said, "I need Europe." "You handle the baby." She didn't look back. Didn't ask if I was ready. Months passed in silence. When she finally returned, she noticed the house felt different and realized something far bigger. Then her trip had ended. I'm a 36-year-old man who thought he had a pretty standard marriage until about 6 months ago. We'd been together for 8 years, married for 6. We have one daughter. She's 3 years old now. I work remotely in software development, which gives me flexibility. My wife worked in marketing before our daughter was born, then decided to stay home. Everything fell apart on a Tuesday morning in March. I was feeding our daughter breakfast when my wife came downstairs with 2 suitcases. Not small ones. The big ones we use for international trips. "I'm going to Europe," she said. I looked up from the high chair. "What?" "I need a break. I'm burned out. I've arranged a trip with some friends from college. We're doing 3 months. Backpacking through different countries? 3 months? Yes. When were you planning to mention this? I'm mentioning it now. Our daughter threw a piece of toast on the floor. I picked it up, trying to process what I was hearing. "We have a 3-year-old, I said. "I know, you handle the baby." You handle the baby? She's our daughter. I need this. I've been doing this parenting thing for 3 years straight. I need space? You decided this when? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. We're supposed to make decisions together. I made this one on my own. My flight leaves in 4 hours. I stood up. You can't be serious. I'm completely serious. I've already paid for everything, non-refundable. So you planned this behind my back. I knew you'd try to stop me. Of course I'd try to stop you. You're abandoning your family for 3 months. I'm not abandoning anyone. I'm taking a break. You work from home. You can handle it. That's not the point. What is the point? The point is you're making a unilateral decision that affects all of us. Without discussion, without warning. That's not how marriage works. She checked her phone. My ride to the airport will be here in 20 minutes. Are you listening to me? I've heard everything you've said, but I'm still going. Our daughter started crying. I picked her up, bouncing her on my hip while trying to calm her down. What am I supposed to tell her? I asked. Tell her mommy went on a trip and will be back soon. 3 months isn't soon. It'll go faster than. You think, for you maybe? She grabbed her bags and headed toward the door. Wait, I said. Are you even going to say goodbye to her? My wife stopped, turned around, walked over and kissed our daughter on the forehead. Mommy loves you. Be good for daddy. Then she left, just walked out the door, didn't look back, didn't ask if I was ready, didn't ask if I had questions, didn't ask anything. I stood there holding our daughter, watching through the window as a car pulled up as my wife loaded her bags. As she got in and drove away. Update 1, the first week was chaos. Our daughter kept asking for her mother. I didn't know what to say. Mommy's on a trip seemed insufficient, but I wasn't going to tell a 3-year-old the truth. I tried calling my wife. No answer. I texted. No response. I checked her social media. She'd posted a photo from the airport with the caption, "Finally free." Finally free, like our family was a prison. I was furious, but I had to function. I had a job. I had a daughter who needed me. I couldn't fall apart. My parents offered to help. They were appalled by what my wife had done, but they kept their opinions mostly to themselves around me. My mother came over 3 days a week to watch our daughter while I worked. My father helped with grocery shopping and meal prep. You should talk to a lawyer, my dad said one evening. I don't want to think about that right now. You need to think about it. She abandoned you and her daughter. She said she's coming back. In 3 months. With no contact. That's not a vacation. That's abandonment. I didn't respond because I knew he was right. 2 weeks in, my wife finally texted me one message. Made it to the second country? Everything's amazing. Hope you're managing okay? Hope you're managing okay, I wrote back. Our daughter asks for you every day. When are you planning to call her? No response. 3 days later. Too busy right now. We'll try to call soon. Give her a kiss from me. Asterisk, I didn't give her any kiss. I didn't want to remind our daughter of her mother if she wasn't going to actually. Be present. Update 2 month 2 was when I started making changes. Asterisk, our daughter adapted. Kids are resilient like that. She stopped asking for her mother as much. Started settling into routines with me and my parents. Started sleeping better at night. Asterisk, I cleaned out my wife's stuff. Not threw it away, just packed it up and moved it. To the garage, I needed the space in our closet. Needed the space mentally. Asterisk, I converted her home office into a playroom for our daughter. Painted it, added shelves for toys, hung up her artwork. Made it a space for her. Asterisk, I started therapy. Needed someone to talk to who wasn't family. My therapist asked if I'd considered what I wanted from my marriage. Asterisk, I don't know anymore. Asterisk, do you want her to come back? Asterisk, I don't know. Asterisk, do you think you can forgive her for this? Asterisk, I don't know. Asterisk, that's okay. You don't have to know yet. Asterisk, but I was starting to know. I was starting to realize that someone who could leave their 3-year-old daughter for 3 months without a second thought wasn't someone I wanted to be married to. Asterisk, my wife posted regularly. On social media, photos from different cities, always smiling. Always looking free and unburdened, never mentioned us. Never mentioned having a family waiting at home. Asterisk, someone from her college friend group sent me a message. I saw her posts. I had no idea she had a daughter. She never mentioned you guys? Asterisk, she hasn't mentioned us at all? Asterisk, not once. We all thought she was single. That hurt more than I expected. Update 3 asterisk month 3. My wife sent a text saying she was extending her trip another month. Asterisk, need a little more time. Hope that's okay. I didn't respond. She called 2 days later. First time I'd heard her voice in 3 months. Asterisk, did you get my message? Asterisk, I got it. Asterisk, are you upset? Asterisk, what do you think? Asterisk, I just need a little more time. Asterisk, it's been 3 months. You said 3 months. Asterisk, I know, but I'm really finding myself here. I'm not ready to come back yet. Asterisk, finding yourself? You're a mother. You found yourself when you decided to have a child. Asterisk, that's not fair. Asterisk, none of this is fair. You left. You barely communicate. You never call your daughter. And now you're extending a trip that you never should have taken in the first place. Asterisk, I had to do this for my mental health. Asterisk, what about my mental health? What about our daughter's mental health? Asterisk, you're fine. She's fine. Kids are resilient. Asterisk, she shouldn't have to be resilient because her mother abandoned her. Asterisk, I didn't abandon anyone. I'm on a trip. Asterisk, a 4-month trip where you don't contact your family. That's abandonment. Asterisk, you're being dramatic. Asterisk, I'm being realistic. I've contacted a lawyer. Silence. What? Asterisk, I said I've contacted a lawyer. I'm filing for divorce. Asterisk, you can't do that. Asterisk, watch me. Asterisk, I'm coming back. We can work this out. Asterisk, you're 4 months too late? I hung up. Update 4 asterisk, she came back 3 weeks later. Didn't tell me she was coming. Just showed up at the door one afternoon while our daughter was napping. Asterisk, I opened the door. She looked tan, rested, happy. Surprise, she said. You should have called first. Asterisk, I wanted to surprise you. Asterisk, I don't like surprises anymore. Asterisk, she tried to come in. I blocked the doorway. Asterisk, can I come in? This is my house. Asterisk, not anymore. I've, had the locks changed. And before you get upset, my lawyer said I could do that since you abandoned the property. Asterisk, I didn't abandon anything. I was on a trip. Asterisk, 4 months. No contact. That's abandonment in legal terms. Asterisk, this is insane. Just let me in. Asterisk, no. Asterisk, I want to see my daughter. Asterisk, you should have thought about that before you left. Asterisk, you can't keep me from seeing her. Asterisk, I'm not keeping you from anything. But you're not coming into this house? If you want to see her, we'll arrange supervised visitation through lawyers. Asterisk, supervised visitation? I'm her mother. Asterisk, you're a woman who left her 3-year-old daughter for 4 months. That requires supervised visitation until we can establish you're not a flight risk. Asterisk, I'm not a flight risk. Asterisk, you left for Europe with 4 hours notice. You're absolutely a flight risk. Asterisk, she started crying. I made a mistake. I see that now. I should have handled this differently. Asterisk, yes, you should have. Asterisk, can we please just talk? Please? Asterisk, we can talk through lawyers. Asterisk, don't do this. Don't throw away 8 years. Asterisk, you threw away 8 years when you packed your bags and walked out that door. Asterisk, I was overwhelmed. I was burned out. I made a bad decision. Asterisk, you made a series of bad decisions for 4 months. You didn't call your daughter once. You told your friends you were single. You extended your trip when you said you'd be back. Asterisk, how did you know I told people I was single? Asterisk, someone messaged me, one of your college friends, said they had no idea you had a family. She looked down. You were pretending we didn't exist, I said. That's not a bad decision. That's a choice. Asterisk, I needed space for my identity as a mother and wife. Asterisk, then you should have divorced me first. You don't get to put your family on hold while you have a midlife crisis? Update 5 asterisk, the divorce took 6 months. She fought it initially, tried to argue that she'd had postpartum depression, that she'd needed the break for her mental health, that she loved our daughter and wanted to be a present parent. The judge wasn't sympathetic. You left a 3-year-old child for 4 months with minimal contact. You extended your trip without consulting your spouse. You made no effort to communicate with your child. That's not postpartum depression. That's abandonment. She got every other weekend visitation, supervised for the first 3 months, then unsupervised if she completed parenting classes and therapy. She cried in court, said it wasn't fair, said she'd made one mistake and was being punished forever. I didn't feel bad for her. Our daughter adjusted. She started calling my mother Grandma Mama because she'd been there more consistently than her actual mother. She'd get excited for weekend visits at first, then started asking if she had to go. I miss my toys. I miss my room. Can I just stay home? I never said no, but I never forced her either. My lawyer said as long as I documented her preferences, the court would take it into consideration later. My ex-wife tried to be present for about 6 weeks. Then she started canceling visits. Said she had plans. Said she was busy. Said she needed personal time. Same pattern as before. Final update, it's been a year since she left. The divorce is finalized. I have primary custody. She has visitation every other weekend and one weekday evening, but she uses it maybe 60% of the time. Our daughter turned 4 last month. We had a birthday party. My parents were there, my siblings, some friends from her preschool. My ex-wife showed up late and left early. Said she had somewhere to be. Our daughter didn't seem bothered. She was happy playing with her friends, opening presents, eating cake. She asked me later if Mommy was staying for dinner. No, sweetie. Mommy had to go. Okay, can Grandma Mama stay? Yes, Grandma can stay. Good, my ex-wife texted me later that night. She barely noticed I was there. I didn't respond. This is your fault. You turned her against me, I wrote back. I didn't turn her against you. You did that yourself when you left. I'm trying to be a better mother. Trying isn't enough. Being present is what matters. And, you're not present. You barely show up, and when you do, you leave early. I have a life too. So do I, but I prioritize our daughter. That's what parents do. She didn't respond. I've started dating someone new. A woman I met through my daughter's preschool. Her daughter is in the same class. She's a single mom, divorced, understands the complications. We're taking it slow, but it feels healthy. It feels like a partnership. My daughter likes her. Asks when we're going to see her and her daughter again. Makes plans in her little kid way. Can we go to the park with them? Can they come to dinner? Can we have a play date? I love that she's excited about something, that she's happy. My ex-wife found out I was dating through social media. Sent me a long message about how I'd moved on so quickly, how I clearly never loved her, how I was introducing our daughter to random women. I blocked her, told my lawyer. He said it was harassment and to document everything. Sometimes I think about that Tuesday morning, about how she packed her bags and walked out, about how she said, "You handle the baby like our daughter was a chore," about how she didn't look back. I think about how I could have fallen apart, how I could have let anger consume me, how I could have done the bare minimum and counted down days until she returned, but I didn't. I stepped up. I became the parent our daughter needed. I built a life that wasn't dependent on someone who clearly didn't want to be there. And when she finally returned, when she noticed the house felt different, she realized something far bigger than her trip had ended. Our marriage ended the moment. She walked out that door. I just made it official later. She thought she needed Europe. Turns out she needed consequences. And I gave her those instead.